Welcome back, guys. So welcome back. I am your host, Sleepy Celestial. Guys, we are officially back to the Bleach Thousand Year Blood War arc. Now this is going to be episode 5, or in chronological order, this is episode 31, which is Against the Judgment. Now the last time we were there, we saw that Yuhabak basically got what he wished for. He slayed the Soul King, and 2, he made Ichigo cut the Soul King just by the end to absorb the Soul King and his powers, along with his group, his royal guards. They were resurrected due to the fact that they managed to warp reality and actually made Senjumaru stuck in her Bankai. Yuhabak activated his original powers. Like, things are getting much worse. The fact that they killed the so-called god of the Bleach universe, and then the whole worlds were shaking. But now it's even a dire moment, because even though Ukitake is still holding the realms together, the Soul King body himself, the torso, was cut in two. And now it seems like at the end of episode 30, he is absorbing both the lower half and the upper half. I think he also gained a little bit powers of Bimihagi as well. This is insane. This is such insane. Like I said, I am very excited jumping into episode 31. Now, guys, let's get back to it. Now, we also saw the palaces being crushed based on when Ichigo came in and trying to stop the Soul King being impaled. But now it's even more dire, because not only the Soul King got cut in two, Orihime was trying to put the Soul King together. It did not work until Uryu stepped in. We even saw Uryu has a Volt Standish, which I am praying for that they give Hashwalt a Volt Standish, because if they could make Uryu have a Volt Standish, why not make the second hand man have a Volt Standish as well? Right now, Yuhabak has the utmost right to explain why he is doing what he's doing. He explained to Ichigo that you don't really know the full story, don't you? My father, basically, Yuhabak got reborn into this world. He was placed with all these pain and suffering of all his people, and that the Shimigami, the lore of how they, I would say, purify souls and hollows, is by Consorese, which is making sure that one person crossed to the next world without turning into hollow. But if there's a certain amount of hollow in the precipice world, or even the human world, that throws off the balance of the entire cosmology of things. So in order to preserve the balance, the Shimigami's job is to make sure there's always a balance. But in return, the people that are Quincy's that are dead, they don't go to hell or the Soul Society. When they die, they go back to Yuhabak, because everybody derived from him, all the Quincy's, especially the new modern Quincy's, because the Soul King is literally everything, and that his parts are scattered into different places. So we know that the right hand is with Ukitake. We realize that the Soul King has no legs, so we're still trying to figure out where is his legs. He still have his eyes. His brain, from what I've learned, it was Grimmy. Grimmy was the brain of the Soul King, and there's other fragments that is still missing, but it almost feels like an Exodia piece that is being put together. So guys, without further ado, this is episode 31, Against the Judgment. And from what I heard, this episode brings back an old bad foe, which is Aizen is back. And let's see what role he's going to play. Oh shit. So after absorbing the Soul King, it felt like a Princess Mononoke thing. All of the reishi in the world, all of the purification of the Soul Society, as well as the Seirete in the Royal Palace, everything is kind of came crushing down after Yhwach started absorbing his dad. Yo. Damn it. Okay, Soifon. Yo, this thing is absorbing. The fact that Soifon was like, some shit's wrong. And remember, she was one of the main instigators that was saying that, like, we can't just sit back and, like, don't do nothing. Because us not doing nothing will not prevent the whole world from, like, shattering. You know? This is insane. Yo. Oh shoot. Like I said before, the last time we left off, we saw that Sun Shui went to go pick up Aizen from Mukin. Mind you, Aizen is even more stronger now compared to the last time we saw him, because when the guards were trying to bring him up to the surface, he has like this purple aura shield, and it seems as if Aizen was like, I don't even feel like going up there because technically it's not really my fight. On top of that, it's not really my problem. Like, he even mentioned that, you know, Yhwach came to him and asked him to join him, but that's not really his thing. He's not a follower. But it's interesting that Yhwach came personally to talk to Aizen, to recruit him, because he knows that Aizen is very much of a threat if not handled properly, right? Aizen still have Yahogoku. He's still able to transform to all those forms that we saw him, and even further, because he's even more stronger, even though he has all those seals on. So this is some interesting thing that is going on here. How pathetic. What a waste. You always know when Aizen's talking like he's above it all. Like, I find it interesting that it's like how would a upside down kanjis that is happening right now. One of the older captains is connected to the god in heaven, whereas Sun Sui had to beg the devil, which is a metaphoric for Aizen, right? It's like Aizen is their sort of like last resort, right? Because it's like you put two evil together, one will try to outshine the other, because no evil wants to get a better evil than them. Like, that all comes down to. Oh shit! Aizen is here, and the what's that thing we call it? Great Chair Sama. That chair is so infamous. It's been a while, Rukia Kusuke. Aizen, what are you doing here? My sentence was lifted. Under whose authority? Me. I respect that about Sun Shui. He's not like Captain Yamamoto, because Captain Yamamoto, back in his heyday, he would have never asked for help. Like, he even mentioned that even when he was fighting with Ichigo during the fake Kurakura town, he said, even though you're a human, it's still not your job to protect the Soul Society. That is my job as head commander. He was even willing to sacrifice himself along with all the captains to stop Aizen, right? And Yhwach even pointed that out. He said, like, this is why you got weak, because back in your heyday, you would have got help from anybody so long you got to your cause. And that's how he lost, because he started becoming more familiar and more softened in his own way. And I think Yhwach finding that was kind of like disrespectful to his old self, because his old self, the person that created the original Gote, he would have got to Yhwach already. And that's a lot of other questions I have, but I can't wait to explain to you guys after those two episodes. once I air them, I'll get more detail of why Yamamoto, after what happened, where did Yhwach go? Who took him out of the battlefield when he got defeated? And where was Ugram when all this was? There's a lot of Quincy's that are very old, right? But they appear so young. So I come to ask myself, where were those Quincy's, and how come they did not play a larger part when he was, fighting with the original Gote? So there's a lot of good questions that I have. But I love what Sun Sui did. He's willing to play dirty. He almost think like the original Gote that was founded by Yamamoto. He's willing to side with old enemies to get the job done, so long the Soul Society is protected. Oh shit. And remember, the only reason why he even got to the surface is that the key, the last key to unlock more of Aizen's seals, or one of them is placed in his heart. So in order for Aizen to even leave out, he would have had to kill Sun Sui, which is crazy. That is crazy. See, it's like he's taunting him. He was like, you're the great Aizen. You would not let another person's energy affect you. Like, Aizen gave them that look like, come on, I need more of those seals to be taking off. But he was like, no, I think you're pretty off by yourself to release more energy if you wanted to. Like, I have right now, I don't have that kind of power. I just figured you're not that kind of guy to let these eyeball monsters hit you. See? It's like an aura shield. You truly a piece of work. Whoa. Whoa. Run for it, everyone. Retreat to the lab back. Yo. Hado 90. Kuro Hisugi. I love that incantation. That was the same incantation he used against Final Getsuga Ichigo. I think he, like, in the English term, is called Black Coffin. Now that is probably one of the highest incantations out of the plethora, besides Ichibe, which have secret Hados. These are other higher ups Hados. That is a huge incantation. I love how the whole design, it's like a giant moss, like square rectangular building, and it takes a large amount of the space. And the fact that, do you realize that you act free of that and go ahead and beat me up after we protect the Serity? As a Heigo Hitsugi without incantation caused so much destruction. See, like I said, even Ukitake Kisuke Urahara mentioned that, it's kind of insane that you could do an incantation of this scale without using, other, spells. What do you know? Still, despite struck by my must destroy. The gravity you can create is frustrating, but it needs to strike within pressure. If you have a business, see, that is hilarious and scary. He said, oh, so the problem is everybody wants to go up to the Royal Palace. I could shoot the Royal Palace down to you guys to make it more even playing field, so that way you guys could not need to go up there. Yo, no way, is that even possible? Yo. Whoa. These restraint doesn't eliminate your spiritual pressure. It keeps you near your body. Knowing how strong he is, they rather keep him in a position where his own spiritual pressure is his own enemy, because Aizen has an immense spiritual pressure. Mind you, he's also combined with the Hyogyoku, so that's even making him even more stronger as he stayed restrained.
族群は最初から冷圧を消すことにはみじんも力を注いではいない。自分の力が私の技術を超えていると思ったかね。君の技術と私の力。Let's see which one's through your technology or my power. Yo. I know it because of the black spiritual question. Is that Nanana? Yo. Oh. We'll give you a hint. Oh shoot. So now the Quincy's are now siding with the Shimigamis, because this is all hell break loose. Because if Yubak decides to kill the Soul King, which he just absorbed, he might even just start creating his other initiative plans, which I'm guessing he wants to bring the world back to how it used to be, basically combining the original worlds together to form a different one. He said, in return, we'll take you up. In return, take us with you to the royal palace. Oh wow. You can already move? To say I move would be misleading. You struck me by that attack. What is that thing? Whatever stage plateau that they're standing on is kind of creepy. It looked like intestines and faces and fingernails. Like, that is a creepy stage. That's creepy. Wow. So even Quincy's of this high managed to do a little one-up on Aizen, but it didn't kill him. But normal Shimigan, that would have killed him. Like Nanana's whatever, it was like a ray gun, but it's like a measuring ray gun, which have the U shape on it, and it almost like it tattooed Aizen. And now Aizen is like reminiscing, like, wow, it's been a while since I felt like immobilized. That's insane. Aizen also kind of changed too, if you think about it. I think he had time to like reflect on what he actually wants. Even though he's still bad, I feel as if he has a new perspective on how to do things now. And he's mad. He said the fact that my dreams, someone else is actually now living my dreams, because Kurosaki Ichigo, you're now in the royal palace, whereas I'm like down here, which is kind of crazy. Ready to counter quickly. Open. Whoa. The spaceway that is opening? That's that spaceway. Oh, yo, it's been a while. Kurosaki Ichigo. Oh man. So Grimjaw is officially here, and it seems like the whole gang is now getting back together after they got thrown down to the, I guess, the lower level of the royal palace. Oh man, this is gonna be an amazing next episode. So guys, this was such a build up, seeing Aizen again and see new animated form. Aizen is also kind of different now. He's more reserved. He's not more egotistic, I would say, but he's playing chess while everybody else is playing Monopoly. He has a plan, but I don't know what the plan is going to be. But guys, this was an amazing episode. Ichigo's gonna get help, and it seems like Orohime managed to heal Ichigo to the point of break almost to death. But it seems like Uryu is really meaning what he says. He's really trying to take down the Shinigamis, and the way they portray Uryu right now is like they really making him out to be an actual villain, which I actually love because it's so convincing right now. The creepiness too is that you see Haschwald, like while Ichigo was fighting him in the previous episode, he was just watching like, something's not right, but I'm gonna wait to confront him about it. This was an amazing episode. Shout out to Aizen coming back. I cannot wait, and that would be cool to see Aizen interact with Grimmjow. What would they say to each other? Like, there's a lot of interesting words I think that needs to be thrown out. But without further ado, guys, perfect episode. I give this episode a 9.5 out of 10. This was cool due to the fact that we start seeing the more scale of what the catastrophe between Yhwach absorbing the Soul King remains and what it's capable of right now. It feels like the whole worlds are shaking right now, and we have less and less hope, and we have to regroup to do one last stance. So without further ado, guys, thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which is going to be titled The Holy Newborn, which I'll see you guys in the next episode. Alright, bye bye, be safe, and happy holidays.